What's going on, guys? Neil here, back at you with another statistical ranking video. Yes, it is not something that I ranked. It is something that is publicly available. It is statistics, and I'm going to show you the ranking of those statistics. And we're talking about the richest NHL players in history. I'm not talking about currently. I'm not talking about McDavid or Carey Price or all these names and players who make $10 million or more. I'm talking about in the history of the NHL. Now, you can go look up this information right now, but I don't want you to. That's the entire point of this video. It's for me to share this information with you. But what I want you to do is maybe pause the video in a couple of seconds and think about who you think is the top 5 richest players in NHL history. Is it a Wayne Gretzky, obviously the best NHL player ever? Has Sidney Crosby broken this list and made it into the top 5? I just want to know who you guys think. I'm curious to see your predictions. There's no sense in cheating, and that takes the fun out of it. So feel free to pause the video now and give me your top 5 predictions of who you think the richest NHL players are in NHL history. All right, if you did leave a comment, I thank you so much. Let's get on with this, and I'm going to show you one at a time this ranking. And I have the top 20 here, and I honestly think a lot of these names are going to surprise you. I want to start with the 20th position and move up from there. So it's a name that you're familiar with. It's a player that has been in the NHL recently, Roberto Luongo. In his career, he's made $93,130,646. That is a lot of money, and he's only 20th on this list. But if you compare it to other sports, I mean, this is chump change. The NHL players get paid so much less. But still, that's a lot of money. $93 million. I could do a lot with $93 million. Anyways, I'm going to go through the rest of this list. And a lot of these names you'll recognize, of course, but some of them may surprise you. So let's keep going. In 19th, Marian Gaborik, $93,244,000. Jonathan Toews, $94 million. Patrick Kane, $94 million. Patrick Marleau, $94 million. Ryan Suter, $95 million. Joe Sakic, $96 million. I'm so glad he's on this list. Henrik Lundqvist, $97 million. Zdeno Chara, $97 million. That one actually genuinely surprised me that he was up here. Brad Richards, $98 million. Zach Parise, $99 million. No offense to Zach Parise, but I do not think that Zach Parise is worth $99 million based on his entire career. Don't jump down my throat. That's just a personal opinion. You're allowed to have yours. Evgeny Malkin, $99 million. Joe Thornton, $109 million. Vincent Lecavalier, $110 million. Okay, so we're into the top 5 now. Maybe you would have named some of these players already in your prediction, but that's okay. There's still some names to go. Let's see if you get some of them right. Okay, in 5th place is Chris Pronger. Now, Chris Pronger has made $111 million. Now, of course, there was a period of time where you could sign extremely lengthy NHL contracts. So, I mean, maybe this list isn't entirely fair, but regardless. In 4th place, Alexander Ovechkin, $113 million. In 3rd place, Shea Weber, $114 million. In 2nd place, Sidney Crosby, $119 million. Who is number 1? Has anyone predicted who number 1 is? Without cheating, I'm genuinely curious if you predicted this player. And if you did, I would love to shake your hand because I kind of forgot about him and I wouldn't have predicted him. He might have been in my top 20 for sure, but I wouldn't have picked him first overall. And if I did, I wouldn't have guessed that he was this far ahead of Sidney Crosby. So number 2, Sidney Crosby, $119 million. And number 1 with $128 million, Jaromir Jagr. Yes, the mullet-wearing machine, Jaromir Jagr, number 1 overall. And all these numbers do include signing bonuses, but they do not include performance bonuses. So, and this does not include sponsorships as well. It's like Sidney Crosby was sponsored by Reebok for a while. I think Ovechkin has a ton of sponsors as well. This has nothing to do with third-party sponsorships. This is completely based on signing bonuses, salary, all that stuff. So, just an interesting list. I couldn't believe that Jagr was first. I mean, it kind of makes sense when I think about it, but some of the other names on here that I haven't seen for a while, like Chris Pronger or Joe Sakic, it's pretty interesting. I don't think anyone would have been able to predict this list completely, all 20, and get them right. I think that is an impossibility. But anyways, it's just a really cool thing to look at, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's just a fun video. I mean, there's nothing serious here. We're just having some fun. So, I mean, I don't think that anyone necessarily deserves to not be on this list other than Zach Parise. And even, I mean, I could probably entertain an argument where he could be as well. So, yeah, but I wanted to show you because I know that some people probably have some questions. Well, I mean, where the hell's Wayne Gretzky? We have to remember Wayne Gretzky started playing in the early 80s and finished in the late 90s. So, I mean, players just weren't paid as much back then. So, I mean, it sucks that he's not on this list and he didn't get rewarded as much as he maybe should have for his efforts and his talent. But I wanted to show you where he was. I don't actually have his position, but he's quite far down the list. He's probably like 100 or something like that. But I wanted to show you the players around him. So I'm just going to start from the bottom because I have a little screenshot here. So they're Brad Marchand, $45 million. Logan Couture, $45 million. David Clarkson, $45 million. Wayne Gretzky, $45 million. David Clarkson has made as much as Wayne Gretzky playing hockey. Above him is Victor Hedman, $46 million, and Dan Hamhuis, $46 million. It's just crazy that Dan Hamhuis and David Clarkson have made more, basically, or roughly the same as Wayne Gretzky. And that is no offense to Dan or Dave, or yeah, Dan or David. It's just interesting. It's just you know, it's different generation, different pay structures. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you can leave your comments down below and tell me what name on this list really surprised you or really shocked you, and tell me if you got any of the predictions right. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you can hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next video. Adios.